You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that. I can believe that her death is a tragedy, while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making and a tragedy of the far left who has marshaled an entire movement, a lunatic fringe against our law enforcement officers.
A lunatic fringe? So you're not allowed to protest over there?
J.D. Vance, I'm a big Catholic. I'm a big boy, and America is a Christian nation and all of this bullshit. Listen to him just lie through his teeth. And again, I want to remind you, the entire country watched a woman get executed by a unhinged, pink arm, low T terrorist ICE thug.
We're doing so much to try to find the financing networks and the domestic terrorism networks that legitimate this violence, that fund this violence, and that, of course, engage in the violence. These people should not feel emboldened because they have, for the first time, maybe in American history, an administration that is not going to tolerate political violence of any kind.
Justified shooting.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking country. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh.
Yeah. Upset that J.D. Vance told the truth. It was
New precedent just set. ICE agents can do whatever they want with zero consequences, including killing innocent American citizens, and they'll face less consequences than cops.
So y'all do know J.D. Vance, which is the vice president, and at this moment, aside to Elon Musk, J.D. Vance is Donald Trump's right-hand man. J.D. Vance made a statement at a press conference yesterday, pretty much saying that the ICE agent who unalived that 37-year-old woman in Minnesota, basically saying that it was justified. And he basically said that that man would get full immunity without a fucking investigation. You made an announcement saying that the guy's going to get full immunity less than 24 hours after it happened without a proper investigation. Just because there's videos floating around of this angle and that angle doesn't mean that the investigation is complete. But for the vice president, J.D. Vance, to come on national television and say something like that is diabolical. And guess what?
Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance yesterday defended the officer's actions and blamed the victim yesterday during a briefing at the White House.
What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile? What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. She was trying to ram this guy with her car. He shot back. He defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before. And everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. The Department of Justice is going to investigate this. The Department of Homeland Security is already investigating this. But the simple fact is, what you see is what you get in this case. You have a woman who is trying to obstruct a legitimate law enforcement operation. Nobody debates that. You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that. I can believe that her death is a tragedy, while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making and a tragedy of the far left who has marshaled an entire movement, a lunatic fringe against our law enforcement officers.
Where a woman, and then on Fox News, they keep on saying lesbian, lesbian, lesbian. This is fucking disgusting. This one mother of three is gone. They want the chaos. They want the disorder. They want as much war and chaos as possible. I don't know, to try to suspend a local election, suspend a federal election. I don't know what their end game is.
Well, I tell you what, you know who agrees with you? And that is the former Minnesota governor, and that's Jesse Ventura. And he had a few words for them. He said, basically, we live in a third world country right now. Here it is.
I just came here today to show my support as a graduate of Roosevelt and tell them how proud I was of what they did of keeping ICE off of this campus. This is a place of learning, and you learn things like the Constitution. You learn about warrants. You learn about things of that nature. And what we're getting right now is violating all that, what kids are being taught. You want to know something? I'll give you a quote. We're a third world country now. You want to know why? I'm an expert. I've been to them. I spent 17 months in Southeast Asia while the draft dodger was playing golf, right? You know how I know we're a third world country? Because in third world countries, they have the military doing their police work in the cities when you walk around. I was in the Philippines the day Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law and went under dictatorship. We went from nobody to a guy with a machine gun on every corner. That's what happens in a dictatorship. In comes the military. That's what's happening here. And people better wake up to it. You want to read something? Then read your history of Germany and start comparing the tactics of what happened in 1930s Germany to what's happening here.
Basically, he's just saying this is Nazism and it's like Hitler. I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying, Reese.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some of the language around third world countries is a little suspect, but in the sense of, yeah, we clearly are heading toward authoritarianism. But the thing is, we have the numbers on our side. People have to confront, they have to get out of their comfort zone, and they have to protect their neighborhoods from this invasion. People talk about invasions of so-called illegals. The invasion is happening by this illegal occupation of our neighborhoods. You have ICE acting like they can patrol the city. I said it on your show, Clay. I said it on many other shows. ICE is not law enforcement. They do not have jurisdiction over American citizens. ICE went into Target yesterday in Minneapolis and so-called arrested, it's actually kidnapping U.S. citizens. They are, you know, they are engaging in these reckless car chases and then causing chaos when they land. And let me just point out that Donald Trump just this past weekend was threatening Iran, threatening to go to war with Iran if they crack down on protesters who are protesting for democracy. Look at what the fuck is happening in the United States. He is the single biggest threat to democracy in this country. And yet he's talking about starting a whole nother ass war with a whole nother other country that's looking a whole lot more like what we got going on over here, to Jesse Ventura's point.
May I add really quick?
But I want you to add it, but I want to play this for you because I think it may help whatever you want. This is a pastor, Clay, that had an altercation with these federal agents. I'll let you decide. He says he was flabbergasted. He was just, he didn't understand it. I'm not so flabbergasted. I believe this is where we are, but it is still outrageous. Here he is. This is a pastor.
So as I arrived at church yesterday, I noticed that there was something going on just a block and a half from the church. And so I grabbed my whistles because we're used to doing that. And I went down to see what was going on. And I realized it was an ICE raid. And there were many, many protesters. So I joined the protesting. And before I knew it, I saw ICE agents circling a young woman who appeared to be Hispanic. And so I approached her, and we were at that point chanting, "We are not afraid. We are not afraid. Go out of our state. We are not afraid." And I said to this ICE agent, "Take me. Stop harassing her. Take me." The agent came, got in my face, pointed a gun at me, and said, "Are you afraid now?" To which I said, "I am not afraid." The next thing I knew, they were putting handcuffs on me, and they put me in the back of an SUV. They came back 3 times, and they asked me if I was afraid yet. To which I replied, "Hell no, I'm not afraid of you, and I'm never going to be afraid of you." The third time when they came back, they asked for my identification. They asked for my cell phone. I asked them if I was under arrest. They didn't answer. And then they said to me, "Well, you're white. You won't be any fun anyway. You can get out of the car." I was astounded to experience and see such blatant racism and the effects that this is having on our community.
Clay?
Astounded. Let me say this, and I appreciate what the pastor said, and I also appreciate Jesse Ventura. But you don't have to go to a third world country. You can go to Philadelphia in 1985, the move bombing.
Mm-hmm.
You can know that Nazi Germany.
You can go to Minneapolis 5 years ago, but go.
You could go to that Nazi Germany, they were inspired by Jim Crow in the South.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to go
Read
to
Isabel Wilkinson, yeah, and you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we could stay right here. Guess what? To the pastor, much respect. That's horrible. You experienced that, Jesse Ventura. This is
Be careful who you let on your ship, because some people will sink the whole thing just because they can't be the captain. Tim Kennedy. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside you and weigh you down. The author's unknown. It's not the waves, it's not the storms, but often we ourselves who sink our ships. Mehmet Murat. Lastly, protect your peace, protect your purpose, and never hand the wheel to someone who doesn't care if you sink. What is the end game for these people? What exactly do they want? That is the elephant in the room that no one wishes to address. Do you believe that these people would be out here protesting if the president was a Democrat? Do you believe that Renee Nicole Good would have drove her car into another state to agitate ICE officers if Kamala Harris were the president? Do you believe that these people are genuine and just care about illegal immigrants so much that they're willing to risk life and limb to make sure that these people can continue to break the law? Or do you believe that this is totally, entirely politically motivated and that these people will do absolutely anything and stand with absolutely anyone as long as it gives them the opportunity to go against Donald Trump? I really want this to be a discussion. So I'm putting the StreamYard link once again in the comments. You click the link, you come up, and you're able to share your opinion. It's as simple as that. Yesterday, we had a really great discussion. And the more I talk about these topics, I realize me talking to a camera, giving my opinion alone, it does nothing. It doesn't do anything. The only way we're going to get past this is if we create a roundtable and we let people, no matter what their view is, no matter what their position is, come up and give their opinion or give their perspective, share their perspective. As long as it's two sides screaming at each other, we're not going to get anywhere. But oftentimes I find that not too many people want to do that, especially from the other side of the aisle. There's really no logic, no rhyme or reason to what these people are doing. You have a group of American citizens fighting America, ICE, our law enforcement agents who keep us safe, all in the name of preventing ICE or the Department of Homeland Security from doing its job, which is to get these people out of the country if they're here illegally. You can go to any country on earth. They all have a Department of Homeland Security. And if you overstay your visa, you will be arrested and you will be deported. Or if you overstay your visa and leave, you will not be allowed re-entry back into the country, re-entry into the country for an extended amount of time because you violated the country's law. My question to these people is, what do you want? First, they defunded the police. Crime skyrocketed. They lied, said that the crime did not skyrocket. They lied, said that crime is down. This is what they said. Now that the crime is touching them personally, they're begging the police officers to come back, but they don't want to. Now they're in the street screaming that we should abolish ICE and the Department of Homeland Security. I'm getting to the point where I don't believe these people actually want, anything. I think the only thing these people want is chaos. They're going to come down. Basically, what they're saying, in my opinion, is that if the people they want in charge aren't put in charge, they are going to make America unlivable for everyone else. If 70 million Americans don't get their way because 80 million Americans vote against them, they're basically going to create a situation where America is unlivable. And that's exactly what they're doing. Is this the way we're going to move forward? Is this even American to say, I'm going to rob every single
So we're getting some new information
of their peace? I'm going to endanger the lives of ICE officers. I'm going to endanger the lives who are also Americans. I'm going to endanger the lives of my fellow Americans simply because I can't get my way. Trump has about 3 years left to be in office. He got a lot done in 1 year. You're going to spend the next 3 years of your life fighting against the president of the United States of America? For what? What do you gain? What do you gain by fighting on behalf of illegal immigrants? I'm waiting because Renee Nicole Good is dead. And I haven't heard a single illegal immigrant say anything about a GoFundMe for her children, her sons, her daughter. I haven't heard anything from that side about what they're going to do to continue the memory of Renee Nicole Good. She will just be used as a prop. She will just be used as an excuse so that these people can continue to go out in the street and fight with law enforcement. That's what I'm saying. She will just be used as an excuse for these people to continue to do what they've been doing. Is that really the way you think she wanted to be remembered? She looked like she was out there trying, like it was entertaining. She was out there smiling in the ICE agent's face as they were telling her, hey, stop following us. You keep following us, there's an increased chance that something bad's going to happen. She thought it was a joke. She thought it was funny. And look what happened to her. While her girlfriend is standing out there agitating the officers, guess what? She ends up getting killed. Nobody wanted that to happen. Nobody wanted to see this woman lose her life. But what do you, when you are operating in spite of law enforcement, what do you expect when there's a job that these people have to do? There's a job that the American people have given them to do. And while they're trying to do the job, you are actively obstructing justice. Anywhere in the world, if the police are doing something or running an operation and you obstruct them and you get in their way, they'll take you to jail. But it's like these people don't think the rules should apply to them. And do you even have a country if the rules only apply to a certain set of people, but another group of people are immune to the rules? Follow the law. But at this point, all I'm seeing is criminals defending criminals. All I see is traitors to our country defending invaders of our country. Now, you may have a different opinion than me. You have the link in the comments. You might agree with me. You have the link in the comments. I'm working hard to get up on Don Lemon's panel because all he does is create an echo chamber and try to fearmonger people. We don't do that over here. But you won't see these people speak outside of their echo chamber because they know that what they're saying and the things they're doing don't make any sense. Let's play this right here.
This is America! Get out of here! This is America! Tonight, confrontations in Minneapolis. A day after an ICE agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman outside a federal building in Minneapolis.
Which one of our Minnesotans are you going to get today?
Protesters, counter-protesters clashing.
I really want to rewind it because I see a man.
Building, 7-year-old woman.
I'm rewinding because I see a man.
Shooting tonight intensified.
Look at these people. I'm telling you, these people think that they should be allowed to break the law and no one can do anything. This man has a bullhorn. He's exercising his right to protest just like they're doing. He's exercising his right to protest peacefully. The man with the bullhorn is out peacefully protesting, saying this is America. Watch the woman walk up behind him and snatch his beanie off his head. That is assault and theft. They don't care. They don't care. They think, oh, I'm mad, so I should be able to break the law because I'm angry. And I'm especially disappointed with the African Americans who support this nonsense because we've been angry and mad our whole existence in America, but we still had to follow the law or suffer the consequences. If I get mad at my girlfriend, I can't just go slap her in the face, right? The same people saying that illegal immigrants should be able to stay in America because they feel sorry for them, or that Renee Nicole Good should have been allowed to attempt to run over a police officer because she was just out there trying to help immigrants, or because she was scared. If I got angry and went and slapped my girlfriend in the face, they would be saying, I deserve to go to jail. They wouldn't say, well, he was angry and he was scared. This is a very slippery slope these people are on, and is really given rules for thee, but not for me. And that's the America you want to live in. That will become a land of lawlessness. They're attempting to turn this country into a third world country. I don't care what Jesse the Body Ventura said. But even in a third world country, you cannot interfere with the operations of law enforcement. They'll beat you. They'll gun you down. And when you go try to complain, they'll laugh at you. And then the lady on Don Lemon, the black lady, sister girl with her neck swinging, she's defending Iran. Oh, Trump's taking military action against Iran for coming down on their people who are protesting for democracy. You got Democrats screaming, they want, man, listen, I'm going to say this real quick. Not even 6 months ago, you had people, these Democrats, were cheering Iran on in fighting against Israel, right? Because they said Israel was slaughtering children. Iran is now slaughtering children, right? And they're saying that Trump is wrong for trying to interfere in Iran because they are now, the Iranian National Guard has killed several children in their efforts to put down protests against the government over the economy. These people will never be satisfied. You think you could sympathize with them? You think you can rationalize with them? I'm telling you right now today, these people will never be satisfied. The more ground you give them, the more deranged they're going to get. The more ridiculous their demands and their rules are going to get. Trust me. They don't want peace. They don't want unity. They don't want solidarity. They don't want any of that. They want Trump out. They don't want any Republican in office, period. And they are learning because they're being told, they bought into this idea that, hey, if we just agitate and cause chaos, every time a Republican gets elected, then they will get so tired of us that they won't even go out and vote for Republicans anymore. They're trying to exhaust you.
Don't touch my cat.
Right here.
This is America.
Watch his beanie.
This is America.
Hold his beanie.
Tonight, confrontations in Minneapolis. A day after an ICE agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman outside a federal building in Minneapolis.
Which one of our Minnesotans are you going to get today?
Protesters, counter-protesters clashing with each other and federal agents. Even some arrests tonight. The fierce divide over who's to blame playing out in front of our cameras.
I stand with President Trump.
You are just.
I stand with the federal government.
Get out of here.
And I stand with the patriots across this
He
country.
is not a patriot.
Just keep your
Stop.
hands to yourself.
You're the only reason he's staying. Stop.
Why are you out here
We
today?
will not surrender.
To get white
We will not back
supremacists like
down.
him out of our streets.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection Chief Greg Bovino on site. Sir, can you talk about the status of the road?
Sir, any comment on these protests?
Off the road. Talking with federal agents, heard telling them good job as the surge of immigration arrests in Minneapolis continues, and talking briefly with us.
Hey, we're here at Title 8 Immigration Enforcement.
Protesters yelling at him the entire time, and the heated confrontations
Are we supposed to kill people when they leave?
at times continuing to escalate.
Yesterday, everybody's just pissed off, totally pissed off. I got pepper sprayed twice with my mask on, and another time when I had taken it off.
Certainly intense moments there on the ground. Matt, controversy tonight surrounding the investigation between federal and state officials.
Blake, as you mentioned, state officials tonight saying they have no access to the investigation that the FBI now says it is leading into this shooting. As tonight here outside this federal building, the federal agents remain behind me, the protesters here on the ground.
Matt Smith in Minneapolis for us, continuing to update us on this major story. Thank you so much, Matt.
It's on the
Yeah, and I don't know why, but all these people look the same. They all look like they could be cousins. And they keep saying, oh, we're trying to get white supremacists off the street. I don't see anyone out there except for white people. It's at the point where I'm like, you guys are the white supremacists because you guys feel like because you're white and liberal that the rules don't apply to you. That is the epitome of white supremacy. Certain rules for white people that other people have to live by. And I was saying this yesterday. Do you ever realize that these people only have a problem with crime when black people do it? If it's an illegal alien doing crime, they're defending it. If it's a liberal white woman doing crime, they're defending it. If it's a homosexual male doing crime, they're defending it. They only have a problem when it is black or African American people who are committing crime. I kid you not. But nobody wants to talk about that. Everyone wants to pretend like they don't see what's right in front of their face. They're trying to take us back to the era of Jim Crow, where everyone's all divided up based on race or what pronoun they have or they go by and all this crap. They don't want to be unified with you because you are holding them accountable and they don't want to be held accountable. See, but the biggest problem here, I believe, is just the media. And that's why the independent media is growing, because all you have is people in the mainstream media literally stoking the fires of division. Everyone should come together to be able to say, you know what? We can mourn her death, but we cannot excuse what she did, which was wrong. They don't even want to do that. They're like, no. They want us to say, nah, she was totally innocent. You see these people there online, they're like, she was murdered in cold blood. How the hell was she? First of all, she wasn't murdered. Second of all, it wasn't in cold blood. That lady aimed her car at a police officer and hit the gas. But if you come to a loony bin state like where I live, these people don't even want you to have the right to defend yourself. I kid you not. In California, where I live, they've all but stripped you of your right to self-defense. But when you're at their protest, they're the ones getting violent. You saw the guy who was walking just saying, this is America. They're hitting him, pushing him, snatching his hat off his head, trying to steal his flag. That's why they don't want you to be able to defend yourself, because when they attack you, they want to be able to punch you in the face and scream, stop hitting me. They want to be able to hit you, and then when you hit back, then they're going to say, oh, this person attacked me. That's all this is about. Giving themselves an unfair advantage so that they can abuse you and you can't defend yourself. Oh yeah, facts. Kaboom. Yes, she actually hit bro with the car. She actually hit the ICE agent with the car. It wasn't even attempted. She actually hit the man. And these people in the street talking about she got murdered in cold blood. They clearly don't know what cold-blooded murder is. Let me see this. Let's watch this.
Step back. She hit a vehicle.
Look at this. She's getting arrested. She's getting arrested for hitting one of the this is police right here now. She hit a vehicle. She's getting arrested. Do you see this guy come out of nowhere and start trying to bull rush through officers so that he can try to save her? This is what they want. And then you say, why are these people getting shot? Why are these people getting hurt? Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. And I want to make this a little bit bigger. Look at the crap they're trying to pull. But they're telling you everyone else is the problem. Bro tried to bum rush the cops from the back. But they're the problem. These people are putting their lives on the line, bro. And you trying to play stupid games. With that big old gut hanging.
Step back. She hit a vehicle.
What did she do? Look at she's fighting with the cops. She's fighting with the cops.
Step back. She hit a vehicle.
They got bro on the ground, bro. Ah! Oh my God. These people are out here embarrassing themselves. Jesus Christ. Look at bro. Oh my God. Bro looking like a double wide trailer out here. And then she screams, stop touching me. You got up in the morning. Hopefully you washed your ass and brushed your teeth. You put your pants leg on. your pants on one leg at a time. You went out to the scene of a protest. You hit a vehicle, and your defense is stop touching me. You clearly want to be touched. And bro wants to be touched too because he came to your defense. That's what you call an agitator. Got no business being over there, but want to come over there and start doing stuff. And then when they have to face the consequences, they don't want to. That's their ass up. That's absolutely crazy. All right, where Pamelawism, where'd you go? Get back up here. We got a guest who wants to come up. The link is right there in the comments. Pamelawism. Come back up. This is crazy. These people are nuts. These people are nuts. And they want you to hand America over to them. America won't be here anymore. If you hand America over to them, America will no longer be here. Period. They're gonna give America away to another group of people. And I don't know what these people think. That's why I'm trying to do like a discussion. What is these people's end game? They take over America so they could open the borders and let the whole world come in, and then America no longer exists? Or we get so bogged down by terrorist attacks and illegal immigration that the economy just collapses? Who do they want to run the country? They don't even know who their front runner is. They don't even know who their front runner is. Okay, you get rid of Trump. That's just going to put Vance in office. And he's going to continue to do the same things that Trump is doing. Make it make sense. So, let me see if my bro came back up here. He's not up here. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Gavin Newsom. So, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was another ICE-involved shooting with officers in Portland, Oregon. Another loony bin, another insane asylum, where ICE pulled over two Trinidad Agua gang members. One is a member of the gang, the man. The woman is involved with the Trinidad Agua sex trafficking ring, their prostitution ring. I told you guys when they went to Chicago and these other major cities, they were actually engaged in major prostitution of women of all races, right? So they were trafficking. Remember, the liberals are defending these people, but they were engaged in trafficking. So they end up getting into an altercation with ICE. ICE agents opened fire on them. Now, they both were shot. Now, the Democrats and liberals are out here saying we need to be defending the criminal Trinidad Agua gangsters who were attacking ICE. Here illegally, members of a violent gang called Trinidad Agua in Venezuela. You got American people turning against other American people to protect these folks. Please make it make sense. I keep saying the same thing. You just cannot take these people seriously. You cannot take these people seriously. Because it's like if they get their way, we all lose. There's no win. There's no win. It's like someone saying, we on the boat safely, and they like, I'm about to jump over the side, but I want to drag you off the boat with me. Why? They're sick. They're sick. They don't care about law and order. They don't care about justice. None of that. Let me see if I can get a report of this. These shootings just keep on popping up. But I'm not tripping because it's like that's what it takes to enforce the law. You allowed these violent, vicious criminals in here. Did you think you were just gonna be able to ask them, hey, could you please leave? And they're gonna do it? No way. They want to be here to keep doing crime. America's the land of milk and honey for a criminal right now. All right. So witness speak out after Portland shooting involving federal agents. I've never watched this video. Let's see what these witnesses have to say. Portland is another loony bin. So let's see if they're going to stand up for what's right, or let's see if they're going to decide to defend criminals today.
So we're at Northeast 146 and East Burnside. This is where Portland police officers found the two people who were shot by federal agents. And just to sort of set the scene for you, this is a very residential area. We're surrounded by large apartment complexes. As you can see, there's the police tape there. There's officers walking around. There's more than half a dozen Portland police cruisers. But I want to pan it back over this way. I have a man, his name is Alex. He lives right next to where a lot of this police activity is unfolding. So Alex, talk to us. What have you seen today?
When I was coming back home and I didn't see the actual shooting, but they had the whole street blocked off. And just in talking to people, it sounds like somebody was trying to get away from them in their car and was shot. That's the most that I've heard.
Can you describe sort of the tone of this neighborhood?
We're all just working class people. There's a lot of immigrants. I think everyone around here knows that. But they keep to themselves. They don't cause any trouble for me. I live right here. They don't touch my stuff. When I have problems, it's from US born people.
How does this make you feel watching this unfold right outside your doorstep?
I am beyond angry that this is happening the day after they killed that woman. I mean, this has gone too far. This is beyond voting. We need to do something. Like, the people need to do something. This is ridiculous.
Have you seen ICE agents come into your neighborhood before?
Not to this complex, but I've been kind of waiting for it because I had a feeling that they were going to be here at some point. I've seen them on Division and I've seen them at the MAX stations, but this is the first time they've been on our street.
What would your message be to these federal agents?
Get out of my city. You're not welcome here.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. We're going to keep following this and talking with neighbors as this unfolds tonight. Back to you.
That's it. All right. So he's saying they don't bother anybody. They don't mess with anybody. They don't do anything to anybody. This is what they tell you. But he doesn't know what's going on. He's like, I'm going to work every day. Whole time, these people are running sex rings, but they've identified them.
This is breaking news.
That breaking news, DHS has released the names of the two people shot by a U.S. Customs and Border Protection agent in Southeast Portland. Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Noelle Ford. The driver of the vehicle has been identified as Luis David Nico Mancato and the passenger as Yorlani Betsabeth Zambrano Contreras. DHS says both are in the U.S. illegally and are suspected members of a Venezuelan gang. The shooting happened on Southeast Main Street outside of Adventist Health yesterday afternoon. DHS says the driver tried to run over the agents and an agent fired in self-defense. Both were taken to the hospital, and K2 is still working to learn their condition this morning.
This is breaking news.
That breaking news, 2 people are in the hospital after Portland police say a U.S. Customs and Border Protection agent shot them in Southeast Portland. This is a live look at the ICE facility on Portland's south waterfront, where tensions escalated overnight and protests are likely to pick back up again later this morning. Portland police say they've made several arrests there already. Good morning. It is Just about 6 o'clock on this Friday morning, January 9th. Thanks for joining us for K2 News this morning. I'm Angelica Thornton. K2 is on your side with live team coverage, working this story from multiple angles this morning. K2's Joe English is live where that shooting happened with where the investigation stands right now. K2's Daryl Burke is live at the ICE facility following the protests there. K2's Wesley Ogle is tracking reaction from the live desk.
Just one day after the horrific violence in Minnesota, our community here in Portland was witness to a moment of fear, confusion, and heartbreak. Portland is not a training ground for militarized agents. That is why we are calling on ICE to halt all operations in Portland until a full and independent investigation can take place.
Politicians and protesters across Oregon are condemning federal immigration enforcement in Portland after a Border Patrol agent shot 2 people in the Hazelwood neighborhood. City leaders say the shooting has raised serious questions about federal operations in Portland. According to police, the shooting happened on Southeast Main Street just outside Adventist Health, but the victims were found about 2.5 miles away at Northeast 146th and Burnside. This morning, we're hearing new audio from dispatch just after the shooting happened. Take a listen.
Stage at your discretion, police are en route. It looks like caller saying that he was shot twice by ICE and his wife was shot as well. Your top group is going to be Ops 1, Engine 7 with Medic 314 and Medic 321 with police en route. This will be a shooting at the Brea Apartments, 10 Northeast 146th Avenue. We have a male who was shot twice in the arm and his wife who was shot in the chest. Your top group is going to be Ops 1. Stand by for additional dispatch.
Now, you heard the dispatcher say ICE, but it was a Border Patrol agent who pulled the trigger. Medics then took the people shot to the hospital. We are still working to get an update on their condition this morning. The Department of Homeland Security is providing its account of what happened yesterday. They said U.S. Border Patrol agents conducted a targeted stop at 2:19 p.m. They said, quote, the passenger of the vehicle is a Venezuelan illegal alien affiliated with the transnational Tren de Aragua prostitution ring and involved in a recent shooting in Portland. The driver is believed to be a member of the vicious Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. When agents identified themselves to the vehicle occupants, the driver weaponized his vehicle and attempted to run over the agents. DHS says an agent fired a defensive shot out of fear for his life. They say the driver then drove off with the passenger. The FBI is investigating the shooting, but not sharing much information. K2's Joe English is live this morning in Southeast Portland, where the shooting happened. Joe, I know the feds aren't saying much here, right? But we are hearing from local and state leaders, and it sounds like that they're frustrated by what they're not getting from federal agents.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they tell us. They were quick to respond on Thursday in saying there will be a thorough investigation by the state. Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield says the Oregon Department of Justice will be taking that on. So we can expect to hear more from the AG and about an investigation that might happen from here by the state. In a statement, Rayfield said the cases may also be referred to the Multnomah County District Attorney for possible prosecution, depending on what they find. Now, in that statement, Rayfield said, quote, we have been clear about our concerns with excessive use of force by federal agents in Portland and nationally. We've also been clear about our intent to investigate circumstances involving federal agents to ensure they are accountable. Now, yesterday, Portland Mayor Keith Wilson backed that up.
We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time is long past. That's right. That is why we are calling on ICE to halt all operations in Portland until a full and independent investigation can take place.
All right, man. They keep telling halt all operations. This is all about getting ICE to stop deporting people.
No, it's not. It's about
getting ICE to stop.
They think they being slick. They trying to hide this fraud shit. They don't want you to remember the fact that they was robbing us. Don't forget we're being robbed. You understand? They trying to do this shit. They want to make you think about ICE. I want to know where my money is at. Fuck ICE. Let ICE handle their business. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you want to run them over, it's okay. You might get shot. So don't play yourself. But where's the money?
Where's the money? Now, you know what's crazy though? Last night I was driving down the street and I saw the police pulling a guy over. And I said, so now the precedent is being set that if the police pull you over and you feel scared, you can just weaponize your vehicle, run the cops down, and just keep moving. And the justification for that is, yo, they were scared. That's what they're saying.
Nah, nope. I don't want to hear about it because I
Hey,
never
Miss
heard
Berry
that in
got a
my
good
life.
point though. Where that money at though? Where that bread at though?
Renee Nicole Good.
Cash me out.
You sick. Renee Nicole Good gets to get away with running down an officer, hitting him with her car. If these people had their way, you are crazy. We can see your face. I hope you don't care.
I'm sorry. There's some. Sorry.
Why are you acting crazy?
I was trying to turn the camera around so y'all can see. It's people on the side of the road. Talking about ICE out now. That's why I had to scream at them. Sorry.
So when ICE leaves, you're sending a signal to people, hey, if the police pull you over and you feel scared, you can run them down with your car. You don't got to stop. This is what they want. They want lawlessness, basically. Because, listen, let me tell you, it's true what you're saying about the money. But if they create an atmosphere where the law is no longer being enforced, they get away with stealing the money.
And this is why they want to be involved in this investigation. They don't care about these people being shot. They trying to get what the government knows. They cannot, like Donald Trump has his card so close to the chest. These people have no clue. They don't know what's coming next. They just getting surprised. Every single day is a surprise for them. Now, if they're involved completely in this federal investigation, they'll have information that they should not have.
Oh, is he in? Hold on, let me see. Oh, Head is in. Okay, so we got another guest. We got Y9 in the building. Head, what's up, man? I'm a racist MAGA bigot.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, tell me how so.
Wait, I don't think you get it, bro.
I know you're being sarcastic.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, if you disagree with the left, you're a Nazi, bro. You're a bigot. You're a fascist. Even if you,
Bro,
even
the
this,
Nazis contributed technology that you're using today. Why is the Nazis like?
He's being sarcastic. I mean, he's telling you that the left, the way they look at it, is if you don't agree with them, you're a Nazi.
Yeah. And what's even funnier is if you're defending Jewish people, you're a Nazi.
No, hey, bro. Listen, I said the same thing last night. I was like, notice these people had all the smoke for Israel and Jewish people during the Gaza conflict, right? They were literally ready to attack Jewish people. Now, but then they call you a Nazi if you defend Jewish people. Like, isn't what the Nazis, aren't they famous for doing harm to Jewish people? So now if I take the side of a Jewish person, I'm a Nazi.
You're still a Nazi, bro.
So they're to their
You're still a
understanding,
Nazi.
what they saying is, you know how you say, don't hate your enemy so much or you'll become like them or something like that. So they're saying that the Jews, like Netanyahu, he is the new Hitler. And he is carrying out the atrocities on the people of Palestine, similarly to how Hitler carried out atrocities on the Jewish people.
Well, if that's the case, you could call us the Khmer Rouge and every other type of.
Wait. So, like, I don't mean to cut you off, Brandon.
Go ahead,
but for this live, is the theme only about is this about like what's going on in politics right now? Because can we talk about the Epstein files?
No, only perverts want to talk about Epstein.
I swear to God, only perverts. Like what? Okay, what relevance does that make? Like what? Okay, let's say they release the list, right? And they don't released a couple of the listers.
These people want to watch child pornography. That's what they want.
That's all
But
that's
there's
all they
no
want to do. They
pornography
just
in
want to
it.
keep talking about
They
it. They
think
But
want
that's what they fantasizing about, Brandon. That's all they think
No,
about.
no,
Why are we
that's
still
actually
talking about
It's no different
Epstein?
than people
that's
always
actually
Yo,
wrong.
leveraging Diddy.
Wait, hold on. That's pretty wrong. I think we all can agree.
yeah, it's wrong. Stop talking
Li-
about that man. He
yeah,
dead.
no,
He pushing
listen.
up daisies. He pushing up
Listen.
daisies. He's dead.
Listen. Right? The only
I
that's
don't
not
want
what
to talk about him. That's
that's
not
not mainly
that's
what
let
not
they're
him
the
get his
topic.
point
fantasizing.
out. Let him get his point out.
They're not
Go ahead.
fantasizing over child pornography. If we're really being honest, they really don't give a fuck about the victims. They only want to see if Trump is in the files.
They
Oh
don't.
boy, they done got all these files. They seen the Donald's name a few times in the joint where they was trying to set my guy up, trying to be disrespectful, trying to play him, trying to put him in position to be effed up, end up in jail, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, his name is in the Epstein files.
Listen,
They
For
tried
sure.
to run down on my guy.
listen. If I'm an investigator, right, and I say, hey, did Donald Trump ever touch you? What is your relationship with Mr. Trump? Have you ever met Mr. Trump? Yeah. That's all going to be in the file. So yeah, your name's going to be in the files. These people are talking about the Epstein files because they're using anything they can to discredit Donald Trump.
Exactly. They want him to be like them, a pervert.
I got this guy. He's my friend. He's anti-Semitic though, crazy black dude. He said, if Trump doesn't release the Epstein files, it's going to start World War III. And I'm thinking like, bro, the Epstein files have been released. The parts that have been redacted are redacted because the victims do not want their names out in the public.
Yeah.
So Trump has already been exonerated by the investigators and the victims. They said he did nothing wrong. The investigator said, everyone we talked to said Trump never did anything wrong. He was a gentleman, whatever. This is all, the Epstein files is a distraction for low intelligence people.
Right. And we saw Stacey Plaskett texting the dude directly, and nobody's saying nothing about that. Stop talking to me about Donald Trump and Epstein. Fast.
Yeah. It's just a distraction. It's a
Stacey-
deflecting talking point.
Stacey Plaskett was texting Epstein, right? Did you see Epstein say, yeah, tell him about how Donald Trump was doing this to this girl on this day on the island with this and this and this? If that was the case, and the Democrats had a direct line to Trump, to Epstein sitting in a cell would have been giving them, or he wasn't in the cell at that time. Epstein would have been spilling all the dirt on Trump because him and Trump have fell out way back in 2003. He didn't. Why?
If we're being
Because
honest,
go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. If we're being honest, Donald Trump really isn't even fully Republican. He's actually like very left on a lot of opinions.
He's pretty liberal.
He's pretty liberal, and that's what makes the hate even funnier.
That's why he always fool with niggas, because he liberal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not a true Republican, but he has taken over the Republican Party. Follow my guy's lead. You heard? He not a Republican, he not a Democrat, he's an American. And if you can't get with America, you got to go.
Listen,
Yo, she sound like Remy Ma.
Miss Berry left New York many years ago, but that accent didn't go nowhere. She ain't picked up a single damn
just like
slur
Remy Ma.
of North Carolina.
No,
Not
I
a
don't.
sliver.
I'm from Brooklyn, not the dirty Bronx.
Man, she said she from oh man, they talk about boroughs now.
Shit, they done ran black people up out of Brooklyn.
That's why I ain't there no more. I left.
The white
They
dude,
gentrified Miss Berry up out of there.
man, the white
Nah,
dude.
no, they didn't, because I could still live in Brownsville and East New York without being gentrified, but then I would be around a bunch of drug addicts and freaking baby mamas. I'm good. I like where I'm at.
Right. Yeah. The whole thing is, man, Epstein files to me, huge distraction. No one can even tell you, okay, so once you get the Epstein files, what you gonna do?
Nothing. Nothing.
They're not gonna
Not
do
a
shit.
damn thing.
They gonna cry because they can't find Donald Trump doing no crime.
They
Because
can't. Listen, even if they found him doing crime, they don't have the power to persecute him. They're not gonna do anything.
They don't, but he will be morally looked upon as
The
like
court of
He's
public
already
opinion
morally
is
looked that way.
exactly. The court of public opinion can be the, you know what I'm saying, the judge, what they say, the judge, the jury, and the conviction or whatever.
The executioner.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about the two Venezuelan gang members who were shot in Portland? And Portland now saying that they want ICE out. Like, if ICE is abolished, who defends our homeland? That's my question.
You know what? The word ICE, that's been weaponized, I think. Like, I walk in a gas station full of Mexicans and all I need is a cup of ice. They ready to run. You heard? Because I'll be like, I need a cup of ice.
Ice?
But I feel like the word ICE is like a weapon right now. It's terrible. It stands for Immigration Customs Enforcement, right? Immigration and Customs Enforcement. I know when I come from other countries, I have to come through customs, border patrol, like all of that stuff is what we have had all these years. But now they on the street and they looking for these mofos. Why? Because you can't come into jail to arrest them. You know, they're not turning them over. So now they got to come to the streets, like Tom Homan said, right?
That's what I keep telling people. If they would cooperate with the Department of Homeland Security and Border Patrol, we wouldn't have any of this drama. So the people they have an issue with or should have an issue with is really their local leaders. But all I'm saying is, what type of person defends anarchy in their own country? And if you get what you want,
A corrupt person, bro.
you're gonna have chaos. A bunch of overweight, bifocal wearing Karens with tights and Spanx on want the country to fall.
My thing is, right, if the illegal immigration, in liberals' opinion, right, makes Donald Trump automatically a terrible president, all liberals will have to admit, and even black people will have to admit, Obama was a terrible president.
Facts, because he deported more people than any other president.
Than anybody. And he put them in cages and
No, he
separated
built the
them from their
cages. His
family.
administration built the cages.
Hey, I gotta let all y'all go down for a second. I got a very special guest on here. This is a local. He was a Long Beach politician.
Assalamu alaikum, my brothers, and my sister.
Look, wait, how you say it?
You
Walaikum assalam.
Shots to your call.
Okay, so you've been wanting to get up here. We know each other. We're friends.
And how are you guys all doing?
They're good. So I know you're calling up here to tell me that you support ICE 100%, and Donald Trump. I assume that's why you're calling.
No, not at all. You know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, how do you feel about him?
It wasn't right. I already researched the court cases and stuff. By law, there's no way an officer can shoot someone fleeing or whatever and stuff. There's nothing.
Wait. So they shot her while she was fleeing. So they shot a hole through the back of her vehicle.
I don't know. I've been hearing instances from people at the bar that they were shot from the front or whatever. But
you said people at the bar. You haven't actually watched the video where she hit the guy with her car.
It's pretty graphic and stuff. I saw the dude on the side. There's two cops. The dude on the side just fucking was the one who shot and stuff.
No. The guy in the front. You didn't see the guy. There's a guy standing in front of the car. That's the guy she hit, and that's the guy who shot her.
Oh, to each his own.
Don't say to each his own. There was a police officer.
That's not what I saw. The motherfucker was on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a simple question.
Was that lady a terrorist picking up her son or daughter at the fucking school and shit? Was he a terrorist?
She wasn't picking her daughter up. She had drove from another state to follow ICE around and block them and keep them from going to get immigrants.
I didn't.
They had a caravan.
I still got to do research on that. I have to do, but.
Oh man, this dude is a registered Democrat and a political page doing canvassing work for politicians in Long Beach, California, talking about I still gotta do my research.
I'm critical on both sides.
I get you, but you're making this too easy for me.
I'm here to listen.
Okay, if you listen, let me ask you a simple question.
I'm listening.
You sitting at a stoplight. It's kids in the intersection. Somebody run up to the side of your car and pull a gun to you, put to your head, and say, "Get out the car, I'm gonna kill you." Are you gonna hit the gas and run down those kids in the intersection?
Well, I'm scared for my life first. I'm gonna tuck down and fucking just drive out of there.
So you're gonna run down the kids?
Are you not? If you're a person of color and if a cop's coming at you, already pulling out the gun and showing signs of aggression, are you not scared?
So if the cops pull their guns on you and
I'm
say,
not
"Get out
black,
the car,"
by the way, even though I identify, but that's a fear and a concern that happens. Tell me that
he's
doesn't happen.
Filipino. You're Filipino.
Yeah, our indigenous people were black and stuff till we got colonized. That's where life
This is true. This is true. This is true. The man knows his history. Okay, but I'm saying cops jump out and tell you, "Get out the car" with the guns out because they didn't have any guns out.
Do
Are
black
you running?
mothers fear about their kids getting shot? You know what I'm saying? In a car and stuff by police?
She did not have any kids in the car.
Is that
She
a
didn't
common
have any
concern?
kids in the car.
Yes or no? Is that a common concern though about police brutality?
For black mothers?
Yes.
No.
About their kids.
My mom never told me she was afraid that we was gonna get shot in the car with her.
But you know what I'm saying though, right?
I know what you're trying to say,
but
this woman didn't have any kids in the car. She
I didn't know.
drove,
And I'm
she
not
drove
do
her
research on it.
You
I mean,
have
not to say you're wrong, but I need to, and it's interesting. That's why I'm having like dialogue and stuff, like figuring out like, because sometimes certain medias are only certain perspectives and certain,
I understand perspective. Then I understand lying. This woman drove all the way from Colorado to Minnesota to lead a caravan of people who were spending the day following ICE around and blocking their cars when they were trying to apprehend illegal immigrants. The woman's girlfriend got out the car. She was literally agitating the ICE officers, bro. She was agitating them. Come on.
Did they have weapons on them, or did they show signs of aggression, or as a threat?
No. They jumped out the car.
So we're.
They told her, "You need to get out
And I
the
didn't
street."
even see the angles and stuff. I just saw that back angle and stuff.
The back angle. That's my favorite angle. No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, I'm gonna show you right now, bro. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna show you.
I haven't seen different angles and stuff. I would love to,
I'm gonna show you the best angle there is right now, and it also lets you hear what they were saying to the woman, and they weren't going up to her really aggressively. They were just kind of like, "Hey, you can't be out here." And they were agitating the officers. Okay, here it goes right here. Here goes the angle right here, dude. Let me make this bigger. We're gonna watch this together, Tone.
But I'm watching.
All right, watch this.
Then what you saw was a justified shooting.
This is the officer who's standing in front of the car. This is the one you can't see. The one you said you didn't see. He's looking this woman in the eye. She's stopped. She is totally stopped. She's looking the officer directly in his face. So wait a minute. So you're saying she was scared. She was scared. She's looking at this officer standing in front of her car. Let's keep going. She's smiling. She's smiling.
I see it.
Laughing because she thinks it's funny. Now watch.
Let it play. Yeah, no. That girl looks like a bitch.
It's okay, we don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later.
Does this woman look scared? Because that's her wife, and her wife
Wait, is this even the same video? I thought there were cops on the outside.
Because they just released the body cam. This is the cop's body cam. Yes. Okay. Watch. Now watch what happens.
That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Now, the car is pointed directly at bro. This is body cam that's on his chest. He can see the car. Now let's see him get hit.
Yeah. So
he didn't get hit. She literally reversed that car, bro, put it back in drive, and hit, bro. You can't. There's no arguing with that, Tone.
Did he bust out of the gun before
He
she
pulled the
started
gun out
leaving?
when she started backing the car out. When she backed the car out, that's when he pulled the gun out. You could see that from the other video. When she started backing up, he pulled his gun out because she was moving the vehicle, and he pointed the gun at her, and then she came straight at him, and he shot her. You can't do that shit, man. We grew up in the hood, bro. Everyone knows you cannot do no shit like that. Why does the white woman? That's what I'm saying. Why does the white woman get away with it? Why are we in the streets right now defending it? We in the streets fighting because a white woman broke a law that every minority in America knows you cannot break. You cannot do that shit. It's not even an argument, bro. It's not even a debate. This is only a thing because it's a white woman who did it.
True.
So, yeah, I'm not tearing the country apart so Karen could have a fucking...
Of course, and I see that perspective of making people of color and stuff, but Tennessee versus Garner, Barnes versus Felix, and these are Supreme Court rulings that, you cannot shoot anyone, you cannot use deadly force if a car is fleeing.
But she wasn't fleeing yet. She backed up and then went into drive. If she kept backing up and he shot her, then it would have been like, why is he shooting her? She's backing the car away.
I saw the footage that they show around in the news. It doesn't show that. I mean that footage that I just saw you showed me is like a different thing and stuff,
And you could literally hear the car hit, bro. That's what I'm telling you. Like if she just backed the car up, even I would have said, well, she was backing up. But when she accelerated the car.
Do you mind showing the footage of the one that we watched, everyone's seen?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Hold on.
Because it's just, obviously there's different angles and stuff, but that one you showed me is just a totally different,
Yeah, but that's why the media should have been like, everybody should just remain calm until we're able to review what happened, and then we'll give you the information. They jumped out. You murdered her in cold blood. Da, 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 da. They just want to enrage people. They want to rage bait people. That's their whole goal.
I get that.
Yeah, and I'm not falling for it. And we're all adults. And as an adult, you're expected to control your temper and maintain your composure. Only the Karen gets to kill the cop or attempt to kill a cop because she followed him around. The cops weren't following them around. She followed them around, the cops around. And now she's the victim. Come on, girl. Try to run. Okay, I'm gonna show you the angle right now. It's illegal.
Okay. And on a side note, is it Zog or is it Zionist trying to create like a civil, like racial unrest and shit?
I don't even think it's Zionist. I think it's a bunch of ignorant people trying to trigger a bunch of other ignorant people. All right, here you go.
No, the angle is on the back left side.
Right there. Just the angle.
There it is. This is clear too. Side, they're on the side. They're on the side. No, shit. Oh, you don't see the one in the front. Okay.
Yeah, you can't. That's
yeah.
You
now
can see him.
No, there was a guy in the front too.
Yeah, you can see him. Yeah.
I thought that guy on the left, the front, or one of the two guys on the left was the one shooting.
I'm rewinding.
Yeah, thanks for sharing this with me, Chuck.
I got the video too.
No! Shit!
Oh, it's a cop. It's a cop in the front.
Yeah, and she
Can
hit
you
him.
run that again?
What the fuck?
That fool was in a safe side area, sort of in the front, but
no, she hit him. She hit him, and when she hit him, the car lifted him up off his feet and knocked him to the side.
He's go.
No!
Look, she hits him.
No! Shit!
You can see bro feet come off the ground.
Oh my fucking god! What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do?
Growing up, my grandfather, but let me tell you, if she would have ran that cop over and killed him, no one would have even cared. They'd have been like, oh, well.
This reminds me of, what happened with Philando Castro. A motherfucker did everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? This and that. Do you know Philando Castro?
Castillo,
you know what I'm saying? They did everything right and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it still didn't matter.
Those cops were wrong. But hey, but Kamala Harris was the one who refused to prosecute those police officers.
Yeah, she was doing her job. I mean, you're right.
shit. Yeah, hey, that's what I'm telling you. These politicians are just taking advantage. They're manipulating people.
You're right.
That's it. They're just manipulating. They don't. Let me tell you, if Kamala Harris was president, she would have been like, nothing would have happened to this officer. Nothing. Should have been like, oh, I'm the president. I'm not trying to like get involved. Remember all those police shootings that happened under Obama, and Obama just was like, whatever, it's not my problem.
Yeah. He tried not to stir up the pot too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't, but I don't know. But no, I get what you're saying. It's just we don't want to fall for the oopty doop and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And try to create more of a separation with us and stuff. And essentially, we're all on the same team, and other than the Zionists.
Exactly. Focus on the money. Focus on the fact
follow the money.
that they robbed us. They've been robbing us. They are robbing us. We want our money.
You mean reparations or what?
No, we're talking about
no, not reparations.
I'm not trying to
my tax dollars that been going to Al Shabaab and Kenya buying $1 million homes, driving Lamborghinis in Minnesota.
No, the money's going. Most of the money, a lot of the money's going to Israel and shit. What about Flint,
Hell
Michigan?
no,
What
they
about
send
Flint?
that
What
shit
about the
straight to
water in Flint?
Somalia.
People
No,
still
I'm
have
talking
bad water.
about Somalia. I'm talking about Mogadishu. I'm talking about.
You're funny.
I'm listening.
She said Mogadishu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Israel. Y'all always want to try to throw a wrench in the conversation.
Well, you give them
Billions of dollars. They robbed us. They robbed us. They robbed us. That's all I'm gonna keep talking about. That's all I want to keep talking about is how we got robbed. I don't want to talk about ICE having to shoot people because they almost got ran over. Like, it's clear as day what happened in that situation. Where's my money?
Right. They wanna pretend. I'm telling you. Oh my God, Renee, it's such a tragedy. You guys shouldn't even be worried about that 19 billion that they stole. You're right, man. It's all a distraction away from all the money that they stole.
What are they doing to our food right now? I mean, what bills did he pass and shit?
Where's my money?
Miss Mary says she ain't playing. She want the coin.
Y'all not going to change my mind because I want to see what really went on. I want to see Tampon Tim frog hopped to the fucking feds. I want Miss Mogadishu herself. I ain't seen her in a while. I don't know where that bro went, but I want her frog hopped to the feds. And then on the date of her release, I want to witness her be put on a plane, sent back to Mogadishu, and I want my money.
Facts. Hey, I'm right with you, 100%. Where the bread at? But guys, listen, it's been real talking all of you. You got any last thoughts? Because I gotta get out of here. I got something I gotta do. Where you at? Where you at?
Yeah.
Tone, you in Sac or
Stockton? Yeah, I appreciate you creating a dialogue for all of us to have this conversation.
Hey, this guy right here is a very accomplished MMA fighter. He's undefeated. What are you, 10-0?
7-1.
Oh, 7-1. But when it comes to Brazil,
I'm trying to make Stockton different. I mean, I'm trying to create trying to do shit for the youth over here.
I get you. Hey, but when it comes to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I am his master because I submitted his ass in 1 second.
Well, you're fat and you use your weight on me and stuff,
How is a straight arm lock using my weight on you?
A lot of friction anyways. God bless you, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, hey, this guy right here is a very dope MMA fighter. He kicks people's ass. Literally, the Stockton. The Stockton Strangler. You're the Stockton Strangler.
And I also started Long Beach's first ever Filipino festival as well.
Okay, so this guy, Stockton Strangler, Anthony. But all right, I'll talk to you later, Ant.
God bless you guys.
All right, man.
Peace.
Hey, bro is gonna be a killer in MMA. Like he be cooking people. But you know me, I had to hit him with the straight arm lock. I said, look, this ain't MMA. I'm going for the limbs.
I mean, yeah, bro. Like, I think we all get the point. You know, Democrats only want one thing. You know, they want to see Trump fail.
That's it.
But like I
I,
said,
I
they
think
don't.
they want more than that, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could argue that they want him to die, whatever. Yeah, I get it. I
No,
was
they
inclined.
want to they want to subordinate the American people. They want to make
Subjugate.
us
Subjugate.
subjugate. They want to these people have like this sick idea of like just making like slavery, but in a whole nother way. Like, you voluntarily just go ahead and go with it. And if you don't, we're gonna, whatever they're gonna do to you,
They
like you
want to.
gotta be scared of them. Like,
They want to turn this into a third world dictatorship where if you
yeah,
don't
they think they're
agree,
gonna rule over you. They think they don't like they changed the idea of going into Congress, going to represent the people. They're going to be your ruler. Like they want to be in charge, like the big bad raw, like
One
you know
more
what I'm saying?
and one more thing, right? What's funny about the entire ICE situation, and this is actually very funny. If she was black and she did that and she got killed, this entire country would be going to hell right now. But since she was
Yep.
white, you can use that logic. I can use that logic and say white lives matter. Just with that. Because if it
yeah,
was a black person, this country would go to hell. We would have BLM protests all over again, the looting all over again.
That's what they want. They're trying to encourage black people to get out there and we're their attack dogs. We
we're
do what
not
they
doing it.
say. And nobody is doing what they're saying. These people are crying now. Haven't you seen them? Like they on the TV with tears coming out their eyes because black people are not doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is turning this place upside down.
Hey, let me play this. Last night they had an ICE protest in Long Beach where I live. There was about 150 like 19-year-old kids. So I went down there to make fun of them. And there was some old white cracker who was like cheering them on. And I confronted this dude and I schooled him, dude. I schooled him.
You know what? Come on, you probably sympathize with their brokenness. They think this rich. Did you guys win? Did you get them? I think y'all gonna need a bigger army. Y'all didn't even tear nothing up. All the best, girls. This guy's rich. They broke. They think this rich guy sympathizes with their brokenness. No, you know what? Come on, you probably retired. Oh, even you're from Iowa. I'm from Iowa. And why are you here? Iowa's a beautiful state. I was just in Indiana. And you know what? That girl up in Minnesota, that's a beautiful country too. No, I believe Minnesota's a nice place. I feel sorry for that lady. Somebody shot her in the face. Oh, but she tried to run somebody over with her car. A life is a life. One life ain't over another life. If he felt he was right, a life is a life. A life is a life. Anybody that takes a life should be held accountable. But you don't care about the life of the ICE agent who she tried to hit. You only care about her life. I care about both lives. We can mourn her death, but we can't excuse the wrong she did. Now, and nobody's been more victim of that than my community. So you can't tell me.
Here, Brandon taking that old man to school.
Patrick. Oh, Patrick. How does she know your name, Patrick?
I know he was happy as hell that Uber
See you
pulled
later.
up.
Nah,
He was happy as hell that Uber
Hey,
pulled
bro
up.
was ready to throw them things, bro. He looked like he was walking me down. Shit.
You about to cry just like the rest of them.
Hey, these motherfuckers out here ain't scared of no nigga, bro. That nigga was big as shit. He was like, boy, he tried to get me. Wait, watch this one. I like this two-tone too. Sexy. But most people were making fun of them. Look at this. You guys went to the protest?
Protest? No, there was a protest?
My guy. I'm telling you. I told them they're going to need a bigger army. Hey, people were literally just trolling them. It was like 150 people, and people were just down there trolling them bad. Like, shut up. Trump go bring ICE, they go whoop all y'all ass. It was so funny. Did you guys protest?
I think they sabotaged it where most of the country now, even those who claim to hate him, a lot of these people that used to be like F Trump and I hate Trump and this and that, a lot of them have turned like MAGA on some realness. Like, I think they overplayed their hand.
Once you start making money, bro, it's like stop fucking up the money.
Honestly, the only reason the right party is really starting to break up is because of what happened with Israel.
The right ain't listen. MAGA
Civil War started.
MAGA ain't dead. MAGA don't die. MAGA is not going to die. Those those fake MAGA. No, the right ain't breaking up. These are people. These are agent provocateurs. These are people who was never for the cause in the first place. They came to destroy. You know what I'm saying? They were not there for real. Like they're fake MAGA. They not about making America great again because
let me play this. Let me play this with your acronyms. Let me play this part.
He said, "What protest?"
No, it's not the protest, but everybody else is at
Bunch of rowdy kids with signs. You was at the protest, huh?
Hell no.
Right. They need a bigger army. They need a bigger army if they're gonna beat Trump. There's about 85 people down there. I said, "Come on."
Protest for what?
Anti-ICE.
Oh, because of what happened yesterday.
Yeah, the kids come down and complain while their parents go sleep for work tomorrow.
Well, those kids.
They're like super young, like 19 years old and shit. Man, go get a job or something.
Hey, I'm telling you, people be like, man, people out here working hard trying to live and survive. They don't have time for no bullshit. If you don't take your ass back to UC Dominguez, Cal State Dominguez Hills.
I always felt protesting is like super dumb, bro. Like you just look so goofy. Like it's not going to change anything. Well, I can't say
Yeah,
that.
when they tried to send us in the house for COVID, that was the time you were supposed to be protesting.
Yeah, that's what it. Hey guys, I got to get out of here. I'll talk to you all later. Thank you all for watching this.
Peace. I
Hey,
enjoyed that. Thanks.
We didn't get our donations today, y'all. Next time, let's make it happen.
I'm gonna send you a stock. Bye.
I appreciate it, Miss Berry. Hey, thank all y'all for watching. I appreciate everything y'all do for me. Till the next time, peace.